we haven't talked about Noah Gragson a whole lot, and he made some more news this week because he's released. He asked for a release and he's granted. I'm curious if you have an opinion on what's next for Noah. Like, how does that guy get his way, get back?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I think Noah can get back. I think he could. He's good enough. He won enough races in the Xfinity Series and showed that, that he can. When he's got it all together in his head, on his shoulders, he can be a pretty good value for a team. But honestly, man, I couldn't really tell whether Noah's going to probably sit there and watch the 42, and in his, anytime you're replaced or you're out injured or whatever, you kind of watch that car that you were driving and you go, man, I hope it doesn't run better than when I drove it. Right? You don't want you don't want somebody to go get in there and go, oh man, that must have been the driver.
Must have been.
So I think he's probably watching the car perform. I don't think it will run better. I think that the team is just in a bad spot right now with the transition from manufacturer to manufacturer. They're going from Chevy to Toyota in the offseason, so they're kind of a lame duck to Chevrolet. Not getting a ton of resources. It's been a bad year compared to how the 43 ran in the past, right? They've just kind of struggled this year to get the speed. The second car on a tough team is always going to be a hard car to drive and to be competitive with. Think about Ty Dillon in the 77. Mm-hmm. You got to be tough mentally to drive that sort of B car on a bad team or a team that just is running in the back half of the field. And I don't know if that was a good situation for Noah to be in the first place. So I think in a way, man, maybe Noah's probably okay not to be driving the car anymore. I don't know that he's having a ton of fun in the Cup Series to begin with.
He's having a rough year.
Yeah. So, where does it go from here? I think, I think that he could actually go into either the truck or the Xfinity Series. I would not try to get in a Cup car of any caliber. I mean, I don't know what opportunities would even be available. And I think that what would be good for him was to be able to go back and get in victory lane and sort of rebuild his trust and all the,
his own confidence.
Yeah, his own confidence, his trust and image and all those things, right? Kind of go back. You don't have to really start from scratch. Just go back to the Truck Series and get your chances of, where can you win? All right, you got to have a good vehicle. There's probably more opportunities to get in winning stuff the further down you go, right?
Sure.
I wouldn't drive a B Xfinity car. I wouldn't drive a 10th place Xfinity car if you could go and drive a winning truck. I would just go where you can win. Let's take a year and go and be great somewhere and sort of try to reinvent ourselves, if you will. And so that's probably what I think would be best for him. I also think, man, get back to your roots a little bit. Go drive some super late model stuff back home on the West Coast or at the Snowball Derby or in the ASA series or, even in late model stocks. I think he could just get back to his roots, go back where he had the most fun and sort of, fall back in love with the sport all over again, right? And I think getting a second chance, you'll have that appreciation for really, you'll come back having a much better appreciation for how hard it is to make it work and how hard it is to be successful at every level. And he'd be better off for it in the end. But, yeah, I think, the Cup Series, man, if you're not in a good car, I've been there when you're running in the back, not running well. It's the most miserable thing ever. Nothing's good about it.
It annihilates your confidence. I tell people, I remember when we were racing at DEI, and you would go around saying, I'm the best race car driver out there, not to be arrogant, but because you would almost say that to yourself. You had to think it. And I remember when that stopped happening.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you were losing confidence in the team around you, but you also lost confidence in yourself. And, man, it was going to take something special to get it back, and you got it back, but it was it wasn't without help.
Yeah, it was unique circumstances, and it took a lot of years, and I don't think it happens for everybody, and it barely happened for me.
That's why I wonder about Noah. The thing when he drove for us at Junior Motorsports, we always talked about his maturity, and how he needed a lot more of it, but he was always confident, and he always knew he could wheel it, right? Yeah. And I'm curious to see, and I hope he still has that that not cockiness, not arrogance, but just that confidence in his own abilities to be able to go back and get it done.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. I just hope he doesn't give it up. I hope he doesn't give it up, and I hope there's an opportunity for him to come back in the either the truck or the Xfinity series and sort of and reinvent himself. That'd be the best case scenario, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you.